So we're kicking off the month of December with an incredible opportunity for everyone in Southwest Florida to come and be part of something spectacular. Hey, my friends, Lucy Quinones here, and we're bringing a special edition of Agents in the Trenches because, as you know, we've been going strong for many years, advocating for growth and high performance and productivity for all the real estate industry, especially realtors, team leaders, and brokers in Southwest Florida. And what we want to showcase today is what is about to happen next. We are expanding our Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp to Naples. Yes, this Wednesday, December 3rd, we are taking Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp, what we've been doing for the last 46 weeks, nonstop all year of 2025, but we're taking it to an expansion mode in Naples. Now, I want to give you a little bit of background on what we're doing and why we're doing it. Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp was born, for lack of a better term, on January 15th of 2025 as an initiative through the Southwest Florida Real Estate and Business Academy to really reach out and elevate the productivity levels of real estate agents, team leaders, and by association brokers. We know the number one issue in our industry right now in Southwest Florida is agents want to be more productive. But the solution is, do they have what it's going to take? The first thing that it's going to take is an environment of growth, getting around like minded people, getting around people that are winning at a higher level, and having someone to lead, guide, and direct them through those uncharted waters, because we always know that the next level brings new challenges. So, after 46 weeks of doing Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp nonstop, we're now expanding to a whole new location. And Naples is a place that has been requesting, Lucy, bring Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp to Naples. We've been getting people coming from Naples for many, many months, but they wanted something in their backyard. So my team and I discovered that Naples is an area with so much ability to scale. Let me tell you, there's something about growing your business. There's something about launching your real estate career. There's something about starting a real estate team that is so exciting, and we all get into that very excited. But when it reaches a certain point and it's time to scale, that is a whole new ball game. So we started, you know, scouting for a location. We started scouting for who are those leaders that can support this expansion, who wants to grow with us, who wants to elevate with us. And today I have the privilege of presenting someone that I've known for many, many years. But it wasn't until this person said, Lucy, I want to be part of this. I believe in the vision. I want to partner up with you because I'm also doing something that is going to make a difference in Southwest Florida and particularly in Naples. So I'm inviting my running partner for this Naples Edition launch of Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp. He is someone that is very well positioned in the Naples area, who's been around for a long time. But before I tell you more about him, why don't we bring him into the studio and let him introduce himself? To me, it's such a pleasure to bring up Andrés Paz from Latinos 239. Welcome, Andrés. How are you? Let's see. Hold on, Andrés. I think we got to check your audio real quick. Give me 1 second. Let my team see if, let's bring him back and we'll see if we could get the audio back. Is it me or are we having difficulty with the audio? Okay. I'm not able to hear you, Andres. So maybe something disconnected.
No,
Let's,
no changes
okay,
on
there we
my
go.
end.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's do this again. Guys, this is live. So let's give Andres some love. So go ahead, Andres. Welcome to Agents in the Trenches, launching Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp.
Thank you for this invitation, Lucy, and congratulations. 46 weeks of of your podcast of your coaching. I know that that takes a lot of effort, and you are, but you have such drive that I'm not surprised. you would accomplish something like that. You have the drive, you have the consistency, you have the know-how. What better person to do it than you? So congratulations and thank you for having me.
Well, I want to thank you because we've met several times, but let's kick it off with a little bit about Andres. Tell us about you.
Let's see. How far do you want me to take it back from the beginning?
Give us your 2 minute bio so people understand the
My
power of what you're bringing to Winners Wednesday Naples Edition.
my 2 minute bio. Originally born in Colombia, did my education back and forth between Colombia and the States. Graduated from college in the States. Started off in distribution and logistics, and switched over to media about 18 years ago or so. Worked for a couple different media companies, helping Orlando and Mayela run Univision, the Latinos, and Unimas for 7 years here in Southwest Florida, and then went on my own. Started consulting for some clients, started doing some agency work, launched a couple of media properties under the brand Latinos 239, and most recently founded the Latinos 239 Foundation.
Wow. So you've been in the Naples area for how long?
24 years since 2001.
Wow. So you have seen the growth that Naples has had.
And I went to high school in Fort Myers back in 1993. I'm 47 years old. If you're doing the math for that, so I remember what it used to look like and the distance that there was between Fort Myers and Naples, and like nothing not very much in between, and now all this growth.
Wow. Well, I wanna send a shout out to those that are watching us on live. If you're watching us on live, go ahead and give us a hashtag live. Let's go ahead and share the live. Let's show some love on what we're going to share here today. So welcome, Brian Perez. I know there's other people that are watching live. So let's go ahead and blow up our chats. Let's blow up our WhatsApp groups and invite everyone to hear about how we are joining forces with, Andres, who has been in Naples for 24 years, his foundation. Tell us a little bit about Latinos 239, your foundation, because I know that's one of the main things that you wanted
Yes.
to, share.
Yes, I would love to promote the Latino Super 9 Foundation. So I've been in the market for 24 years, 18 years in media, and a lot of that has been helping Hispanics connect with institutions and businesses, nonprofits, events, and things in Southwest Florida, and the other way around, helping those brands, those institutions connect with the Hispanic market. So that started to go a little bit further into helping the businesses with a little bit more than just their marketing efforts. And then I just started to recognize that there's such a big disconnect between the Hispanic community, things that are happening in Southwest Florida, things that events, coaching, classes, scholarships, so many things that they don't know about. So that is my purpose, that is my gift, that is my mission, that is my passion. It's helping people. So I decided, I got together with a couple of high level executives, and I ran my idea by them. They seemed to be very excited about it. Then I started working on selecting an amazing group of board members. We have 13 board members that are just fantastic from different industries, from different backgrounds, from different areas of Southwest Florida that are going to help us fulfill our mission, which is connect Hispanics with the resources available to thrive.
Wow. When did you launch Latinos 239, the
We
foundation?
registered we registered on January 7th of 2025, but we have taken the long road. There's a consulting company that's helping us set up the foundation the proper way, that has helped us incorporate, that has helped us with putting together our 3-year financial plan, putting together, making sure that we comply, registering with the state, registering with the IRS, and the many things that are required for our foundation. So since January 7th to this date, we have been in the process of launching the foundation.
I love that. So, you can't make up stories like this, right? So you saw a need in the Naples area. You obviously have been there for many years. I've seen a need from a coach's perspective, a mentor's perspective in the real estate industry, especially for agents that are struggling to scale their business. And tell everybody a little bit about how you and I joined forces, because when I started telling people about going to Naples, I really didn't have any idea how I would do it, where I would do it. I actually spoke to different people to maybe, join forces with me, but things didn't come together. They fell apart. What made you want to be part of this and what we're bringing to the Naples area for the realtors, team leaders, brokers, and really the whole industry? Because when real estate agents prosper, the whole industry prospers. So what got you interested in being part of this?
Well, the short answer is God. God is the person that brought us together. But also, our visions align and the timing align, which, in my perspective, it's also a part of God's plan. So He
Yes.
knows when, where, and with who. And you just have to listen and you just have to communicate back and forth with Him. And He's going to tell you, this is the right person, this is the right event, this is the right moment, go for it. So now that the foundation is already registered and we are ready to launch and blow it up, we want to start fulfilling our mission, right? Which is help Hispanics connect with the resources that they need to thrive. And we have 5 pillars. We have education, we have healthcare, we have employment and entrepreneurship, we have legal, and we have housing. And as you are super aware, Lucy, housing plays such a big role in Southwest Florida, in our economy, in everyone's business, in everyone's pocket. That's where I said, all right, what can the Latino Super 9 Foundation do to help? And then I started getting involved with NAREP Naples, and that's when you and I started running into each other, and I believe a couple of events with the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and then everything aligned so that, okay, Lucy, I'm ready. I saw that you were looking to expand. I can't remember, but I think I was the person that reached out to you and said, "Hey, Lucy, I'm ready. I'm ready to go."
Yes.
And I'm actually about a month early to what we wanted, but it's December. A lot of people are thinking, how are we going to kill it in 2026? What am I going to do? So let's not wait and procrastinate until January. Let's start. Let's finish the year strong, and let's start 2026 rolling.
Yes. And I totally align with what you're saying, because when I got the vision or people started asking for me to take this to Naples, I'm like, you know what? I do know that Naples is an area that has a lot of real estate agents, a lot of real estate professionals. Obviously, the production of real estate agents affects the level of performance for every other real estate industry um, business owner, right? Because every time an agent has a closing, so many people are part of it. But it was hard, it was hard because obviously I don't live in Naples. I've been serving in different communities in Naples. I've been always selling all of Southwest Florida, but it's different than actually being boots on the ground like you have been there. So, yes, you reached out to me and you said, Lucy, I hear you want to bring the productivity boot camp. Tell me more about it. What is it? I want to be part of it. So, this is what's happening. We connected, we shared ideas, and here we are. Let's move a little bit fast forward to what do you feel it's going to be like on Wednesday? What should people expect? Because you know the venue, you know the location, you know the people, you have your finger on the pulse of the Naples real estate industry in Naples. What do you envision happening? What should people expect?
I hope that it's going to be a great day full of energy, that we all get to make some new connections, that we learn some new things that we're going to start putting in motion right now in December so that we can have an amazing 2026. Legends is a great venue. I've hosted a couple different events, most recently the Hispanic Physicians Reception 20th annual. That was 150 healthcare professionals that packed the room for conversation, networking, business, and a little bit of fun. So I trust that that is going to be the case because we're going to have the boot camp and then following the boot camp, we're going to have a mix and mingle so that everyone can get acquainted, so that we can exchange some business cards, exchange some ideas, and hopefully have a great year.
Yes. And we have a lot of people from Port Charlotte and Fort Myers and Cape Coral that are coming with us to Naples because I really believe that it's time for us to expand our horizons. You know, there's a lot of realtors that come from Naples to sell Cape Coral. There's a lot of realtors from Cape Coral that sell Naples. But I think we're missing that bridge. We're missing that relationship amongst professionals. And that's what the Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp has created for 46 weeks is a space and a place where it's not a networking, it's not a workshop, it's not a seminar, it's not a training. It's really a movement of like-minded people that are looking to scale their business. And you know, it's grown so much. I can't imagine how much more it's going to grow by us bringing this movement and this environment to Naples.
Well, if I understand correctly, there's more than 7,000 real estate agents in the Collier County area. Is that right, Lucy?
Yes, actually, Collier County has way more than Lee County. And in Lee County, we're about 9,000, I believe, if my numbers are not mistaken. And I think that they're pretty accurate. We have about 14,000 between Neighbor and Bear, which are the two associations that are closest to each other.
No, that's awesome. So imagine that. Hopefully, we can double the numbers that you have been doing in the very near future. It might take a couple of events in Naples in order to get there, but I trust that Naples will respond, and we're gonna have a great time, and we're gonna make some connections.
Yes. So we're really excited. This is going to be this Wednesday, December 3rd. Tell us where it's going to take place because you're the one that is presenting us with the venue. And I know you've been making a lot of different connections and moving your community as well to be there so that we can really make a more powerful impact together. Tell us about the venue.
So Legends Lounge, amazing sports bar slash lounge, located in North Naples, right on 41, on the intersection with Vanderbilt. So it's the northwest corner of 41 and Vanderbilt. Um, Plenty of parking and free admission. Correct, Lucy?
Yes. Yes, it is. It's free. You know, we've been doing Winners Wednesday for 46 weeks free. Obviously, we have our premier partners who support us financially so that we can continue to maintain and sustain. Um, and the next best thing that I wanted to share, Andres, and I wanted to ask how you feel about this is we're the only bilingual productivity boot camp in all of Southwest Florida. So, you know, it's crazy how everything has evolved, but there's no other productivity boot camp. There's no other event that is 100% bilingual. So that's been another challenge.
Another opportunity as I see it. The Collier County market is 29, almost 30% Hispanic, 25% if you combine Lee and Collier County, and growing. We're growing faster than any other ethnic group in Southwest Florida. You think about Southwest Florida and you think about all this growth, and us Hispanics, we're driving it. So to do something that is bilingual, that serves both the Spanish community and also the Anglo community is great.
Yes. And you know, when we look at Latinos, and I love the name of Latinos 239. How did you come up with the name?
It's a long process, and that's another podcast in its entire story. But just Latinos is a very common word that is easily and very recognizable. You can brand Latinos, and then adding the 239 zip code so that we can identify it. Because Lucy, it is my intention that this foundation and this business model that is Latinos 239 goes nationwide. I trust that this will go into some other markets, which is why I've secured quite a few different domains and some social media accounts so that we can grow this movement into other markets.
That's awesome. When we look at the Latinos, I mean, you were part of NAREP. I've been part of NAREP for many years. I was actually the founding president for the Cape Coral Fort Myers chapter of NAREP Naples. You know, we must understand that the Latinos represent the new mainstream economy. Like, we're no longer the first generation immigrants. We now have three generations of Latinos that have evolved within the United States. More and more Latinos have, you know, university graduates and professionals that are now part of the family nucleus. And like you just said, there's a lot of Spanish people that have moved into our area. I remember when I started in real estate 25 years ago, there was four Latino real estate agents. I was one of them. So we've definitely done a lot of growth. We've done a lot of growth in not only the local economy but at the national level, and that's why when Winners Wednesday Productivity Bootcamp started to evolve, and then I ended up with American people and Spanish people, I said, wait, hold on. I want to be able to serve both. I don't want to be exclusive American. Why do we have to be exclusive English when in reality we are living in, the world of multicultural. We're living in the world of diversity, and we are the mainstream economy when it comes to the marketplace. We see more and more families, buying their first home, more university students investing in their first home. There's so much opportunity. So I was really excited to be able to see how the mainstream economy is growing in the Latino market. What has been your perspective?
Well, yeah, you can. If you haven't recognized what Hispanics can bring to the table, just ask people like our sponsor Lauren Maxwell, and shout out to Lauren, who is a fantastic person and one of the most productive women that I know. Lauren will tell you she was one of the very first to recognize. She saw the opportunity. She said, you know what, my company needs to cater to the Hispanic market, and I'm not sure it gets any wider than Lauren. Very little English at the time, super white, but she said, where are they? They're in East Naples, they're in Golden Gate Estates. I need a way to get to them and start producing some mortgages there. And from what I hear, she's done okay. She's done kind of okay.
She is a powerhouse, and she is going to be one of our power partners there on Wednesday, representing the Maxwell Mortgage team, and her story is so powerful. I think that we are living in the best moment in history for Southwest Florida, where we are able to literally, see and experience the growth of the Hispanic and Latino community. And when you hear Lauren's story, she literally, and she'll say it on Wednesday, but just to paraphrase, she says, I started processing loans for people in Immokalee from a trailer. She knew no Spanish at all. She had one assistant, and today she is a mortgage mogul, a woman that is the hardest working woman that I've ever seen. She inspires me to push myself beyond my own limitations many times. She is a woman that has shared with me the reason she flies private is because she doesn't have downtime and she always wants to continue being active. And I just admire that. So, everyone, you must be there this coming Wednesday to meet Lauren, shake hands with Lauren, get to know more about her story. I think, Andres, this is such a powerful moment for us to really bridge the gap. You people like yourself, people like me, who are pioneers in our area, we must be the role models. We must be the leaders that go first and say, you know what? We are here not only to be the lighthouse, like I say about myself, and help people elevate their productivity, but also to lead by example. Show people that real estate does change lives, that real estate can open up financial independence opportunities, that real estate is a vehicle that is not only for realtors. That is my slogan. Real estate is not just for realtors. So that's the reason we're bringing this to Naples, because Naples deserves some bilingual, high performance level boot camps, coaching, and demonstrating that, hey, you know what? It's not just selling the luxury homes, but it's also being able to do what Lauren Maxwell did 30 years ago, selling those small houses to first time home buyers. And today she still does that and so much more. And look at what she's become.
Yes, yes, it is. And you're 100% right. And I see Naples. I feel very comfortable promoting and pushing a good product, right? And real estate in the Collier County area, it's a win-win. It's a win-win. Whether you're doing land, whether you're doing condo, uh, commercial, whether you're doing your first home. Uh, it's not going to get any cheaper. Everyone wants to move to Naples and into Collier County. So I feel very comfortable recommending every time someone asks me from outside the market, what do you think? I go, I'm not sure. I mean, how long do you want to wait?
How
This
long
is
do
what
you
has
want?
happened to the prices in Southwest Florida. So it's completely up to you. Eventually, you'll be here. It's how long you want to wait and how much more do you want to pay.
That is so powerful. And I think, like you said, there's a huge Latino community in Naples that is, in my opinion, my humble opinion, underserved. There's really no Spanish coaching or mentorship for Latinos in Naples, in the real estate industry. Would you agree with that? What's your perspective on that?
I agree with you full heartedly. In part, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to launch the Latino 239 Foundation is because I saw the lack of coaching, leadership, and knowledge sharing in Southwest Florida, in particular in Collier County. I remember during COVID when the loans started coming out. I can tell you how many people, how many businesses would reach out to me without being an expert or having much knowledge in that field to ask me what that was all about. How did I feel? How do you apply? And I just kept seeing, like some of the English chambers and some of the other people doing things so that the community would understand the opportunity that was out there. And I feel as though we missed the ball. I felt sad and frustrated and disappointed that a lot of the Hispanic community missed the ball on that. And that has come up also recently. There's a lack of connection via media. For example, the healthcare industry will reach out to me and say, how do we distribute this press release about a free mammogram that we're doing at the Golden Gate Community Center or something like that? And unfortunately, traditional media in Southwest Florida has done away with the local connection. Now most radio shows are syndicated. There are no local newscasts anymore. Both Univision and Telemundo did away with them, so it has become more difficult to connect. So I'm hoping that the Latino 239 Foundation can fill that void, can become that one place shop where we don't execute. I'm not here to compete with any nonprofit or with any business or with any educational institution. I just want to share what's available with the Hispanic community and help those brands and institutions connect with Hispanics in Southwest Florida.
Of course. And I love it because I'm here to elevate the productivity and prosperity and growth and scaling of the real estate industry as a whole, right? Starting with the realtors, starting with the team leaders, and by association with the brokers, because one of the biggest pains that brokers have is non-producing real estate agents. When you have agents that are not producing, it really affects the bottom line of brokers. And we must understand that a productive real estate agent is always going to help the economy flourish. Now, my other thought and what has come out of all this is that real estate is no longer for just realtors. Real estate is a vehicle that is now more than ever available for people that want to develop financial legacy and generational wealth. When we look around the world to people that have created high levels of generational wealth, you know, it's been done through real estate most of the times. I know there's other industries that also right now are creating billionaires, but historically it has been the real estate industry that has created the most secure, even though it's not 100% guaranteed all the time, but the most secure investment is always in real estate. And I think it's time. It's time for real estate agents, team leaders, and brokers to rise up with the proper mentorship, with an opportunity for getting coaching. We're not going to be doing it just in English. We're going to continue being bilingual. Why not? Right? So I'm excited about Wednesday. Would you like to share any thoughts before we close? I want to respect your time, and I'm very happy that you're here with us.
No, I just want to. Legends is a large venue. There is capacity for a couple hundred, 300 seated people. So if you're hearing this, if you have seen our promos, again, this is no cost, free admission, thanks to some of your sponsors. Um, Tell a friend, bring a family member. Come and see us and join us on Wednesday at Legends.
Yes, it is a beautiful place. It's right across the street from Mercado. Because of this, I've actually been there twice already because I like to prepare and, have a visual, have a vision for what's going to happen that day. I can tell you it's going to be a very, very energetic, high level community of people, like-minded, people that are hungry to scale, people that are not into a competitive mindset, people that are so embracing, people that are here to collaborate. So, yes, we are, shouting out the whole Naples community of real estate agents, team leaders, and brokers. We are bringing people from Port Charlotte, North Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Lehigh, and of course, Fort Myers with us. We're bridging the gap. We're bringing community. We're building community. And it's going to be super exciting. It's absolutely free. So, huge shout out again to my power partner, Lauren Maxwell at the Maxwell Mortgage Team, and of course, Premier Partners that have been supporting us for 46 weeks, Q Construction, Access Title, Red Zone Insurance, the Academy, of course, and Lighthouse Insurance. All these people are going to be there on that day representing their companies. We also have a wonderful table sponsor, Luann Benzone, who has raised her hand and said, Lucy, I want to be part of this in Naples. And there's plenty of room for leaders to help us continue bridging this Southwest Florida movement, right? Because we don't want to limit ourselves. There's so much work to do. We all want to make money in real estate, but I think it's important to succeed helping others also make it into that top 500 list that we all hear about, but so many other people that are still not there yet that deserve an opportunity. And that is my pledge. That is my commitment. Coach Lucy Q wants to see more people getting into the top 500 because you deserve it. Because if you work, work works. So that's what we're doing. Andres, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you, and I thank God for connecting us.
Forward to seeing you on Wednesday.
All right, guys. And we'll see you Wednesday, everyone. Share the invite, click reservations, come join us. We'll see you at Legends Lounge for Winners Wednesday Naples Edition launch.